In a world where music constantly evolves and trends come and go, only a rare few artists transcend generations. Only a select handful leave a permanent mark on global culture. But only one became a worldwide movement, a symbol of artistry, unity, and imagination. This is the story of Michael Jackson's rise, a journey shaped not by controversy, but by unmatched talent, groundbreaking innovation, and pure artistic magic. From his earliest steps on stage to his evolution into the king of pop, this is the celebration of an icon who redefined entertainment and changed the world forever. Before the world knew the name Michael Jackson, before the stadiums, the moonwalk, or the global phenomenon that would follow, there was a small house on 2300 Jackson Street in Gary, Indiana. A simple home filled with music, noise, and the unmistakable spark of a family destined for greatness. Inside that house lived a young boy whose talent seemed almost unreal. Michael Joseph Jackson was the seventh of 9 children, but even among a household full of energy, he stood out. While most kids his age were learning how to ride a bike or play in the yard, Michael was already studying rhythm, movement, and melody, with a natural instinct far beyond his years. His father, Joseph Jackson, recognized that spark early. He formed a group with Michael and his brothers, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and Little Michael, a group that would soon be known worldwide as the Jackson 5. But even in rehearsals, Michael's presence was impossible to miss. He wasn't just following the music, he became the music. As the 1970s unfolded, Michael Jackson was no longer just the young prodigy of the Jackson 5. He was becoming something more, something the world had rarely seen before. Even in his teenage years, it was clear he was growing beyond the boundaries of a group. His voice matured, his style sharpened, and his artistic curiosity grew stronger every day. While millions adored the Jackson 5, Michael felt a new world inside him. A vision, a sound, an identity waiting to break free.
And we can ride the boogie, share that beat of love.
And with every performance, that vision became clearer. He still loved the group, loved performing with his brothers, but deep down, he knew he was destined to explore a path only he could walk. Off the Wall proved Michael Jackson was more than a child star. But he knew, deep in his heart, that it was only a warm-up. A new decade was coming. New technology, new audiences, a new frontier for creativity. And Michael Jackson was standing right at the edge of it, ready to make history. Fresh from the success of Off the Wall, Michael felt there was another level he hadn't reached yet. He pushed himself harder than ever, determined to create something the world had never seen. That drive led to Thriller, an album that would not only break records, but completely change the direction of pop culture. Behind the scenes, Michael obsessed over every detail. He studied films, dance styles, lighting, camera angles, even the rhythm of footsteps. He wanted his music to be more than sound. He wanted it to be an experience. When he talked about his ideas, people around him didn't just see ambition. They saw genius unfolding in real time.
Go around breaking young girls' hearts. Don't make no move. But you came and stood right by me. There's a smell of sweet perfume. I guess it happened pretty soon. She tore me to a room. The Billie Jean's not my love. She just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the chain is not my.
And then came the magic moment. The premiere of the Billie Jean performance on Motown 25. The sequined glove, the black fedora, the effortless glide backwards, the moonwalk, a move that became an instant global phenomenon. In a single performance, Michael Jackson didn't just entertain the world, he stunned it. To fans, it felt like witnessing history. To Michael, it was simply the beginning. From that point forward, he wasn't just a singer or dancer. He became a worldwide symbol of creativity, precision, and pure showmanship. Across continents, from Tokyo to London to São Paulo, people felt the same electricity. As if Michael Jackson had connected the whole planet through one rhythm. But the peak of Michael's Thriller-era success came in 1984, when he made music history at the Grammy Awards. That night, Michael won 8 Grammy Awards. Still one of the highest totals ever won in a single night. It was official. Michael Jackson wasn't just a star. He was the global standard of excellence. In January 1984, during the filming of a Pepsi commercial, a pyrotechnic explosion went off too early, causing center treating burn victims. The Michael Jackson Burn Center became a place of healing, helping children and families who had suffered injuries similar to his own. This moment revealed something powerful about Michael. Even in hardship, he chose compassion. Even in pain, he chose to give. It became another defining chapter in his legacy. Not as an entertainer, but as a humanitarian with a heart as big as his talent. By the late 1980s, Michael Jackson wasn't just a superstar. He was a global force. Thriller had shattered every record imaginable. But Michael wasn't satisfied. He believed each new era should push the boundaries further. And so, in 1987, he unveiled a new chapter of his evolution. The Bad Era. The Bad Era. A new sound, a new look, a new world stage. With the release of Bad, Michael transformed once again. The music was sharper, the choreography more aggressive, the visuals more cinematic. Songs like Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Smooth Criminal, and Man in the Mirror showed an artist who was fearless, confident, and boldly redefining pop. Michael Jackson returned to the studio with a new vision. A vision that would redefine the entire 1990s. The album, A New Sound for a New Generation. In 1991, Michael released Dangerous, an album that marked a bold new direction in music. Working with cutting-edge producers like Teddy Riley, pop and hip-hop elements, it was modern, it was rhythmic, it was groundbreaking. But Dangerous was Heal the World became a humanitarian anthem. Remember the Time merged mythology, dance, and cinematic storytelling. Who Is It and Give In to Me showed his emotional depth. The visuals were more ambitious than anything Michael had done before. As Michael entered the 1990s, the world noticed something different about him. A gradual, visible change in the color of his skin. For years, many speculated, but very few understood what Michael was truly experiencing. Behind the scenes, Michael was living with a real and medically confirmed condition called vitiligo, an autoimmune disorder that causes patches of the skin to lose pigmentation.
These papers, and it's not the truth. And I'm here to say, you know, do not judge a person. Do not pass judgment on anyone unless you have talked to them one-on-one. I don't care what the story is. Do not judge them because it's a lie.
It can appear suddenly, spread unpredictably, and affect anyone, regardless of race or background. For Michael, it began in the early 1980s and continued to progress throughout his life, as the vitiligo continued to time to speak directly to the world. During his historic interview with Oprah Winfrey, broadcast to over 90 million viewers worldwide. Michael
is the fact that the color of your skin is obviously different than it was when you were younger.
Yes.
And so I think it has caused a great deal of speculation and controversy as to what you have done or are doing. Are you bleaching your skin? And is your skin lighter because you don't like being black?
Okay, number one, as I know of, there is no such thing as skin bleaching. I have never seen it. I don't know what it is.
Well, they used to have those products growing up. I used to hear, always use bleach and glow, but you'd have to have about 300,000 gallons to...
Okay, number one, this is the situation. I have a skin disorder that destroys the pigmentation of the skin. It's something that I cannot help. Okay, but when people make up stories that I don't want to be who I am, it hurts me.
So...
It was a moment that silenced years of speculation. Michael wasn't hiding anything. He wasn't changing who he was. He was living with a medical condition that millions of people around the world also experience. He went on to express the emotional toll it took on him and how painful it was to hear people misunderstand or judge him for something completely out of his control. Through it all, he remained dignified, calm, and graceful. For the first time, millions saw the truth straight from Michael himself, not through headlines, not through rumors, but through his own voice. He demonstrated courage, vulnerability, and strength, showing the world that even the biggest star on earth could face struggles with humanity and honesty. From that moment forward, vitiligo became part of Michael's story, not as a weakness, but as another example of the challenges he overcame while still giving the world his magic. In the mid-1990s, at a time when Michael Jackson stood as the most famous entertainer in the world, he formed a connection with someone who understood the pressures of fame in a way almost no one else could. Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of Elvis Presley, another global music icon. Behind the scenes, their relationship was filled with genuine care and deep emotional connection. They spent time together privately, away from cameras. Lisa was with Michael through some of his most difficult periods, offering emotional support and love. She later spoke openly about how deeply she cared for him and how much she wanted to protect him. Their relationship stands today as a reminder that beneath the fame, beneath the spotlight, Michael Jackson was human, someone who loved, trusted, and connected deeply. By the mid-1990s, Michael Jackson had already changed the world several times. In 1995, he released an album unlike anything he had ever done before.
Michael Jackson History, Past, Present and Future. 15 original hits. A double CD of over 2.5 hours of music. Brand new songs, including the smash hit Scream. Michael Jackson, History. Out now.
Natürlich von Schwarzkopf.
Michael Jackson, History. 30 Songs, über 150 Minuten Musik. 15 seiner größten Hits plus 15 brandneue Songs. Scream, das Duett mit Janet. Be a part of History.
Wir Pampers haben mehr zu bieten als andere Windeln. Bei uns passen viel mehr rein.
Die etwas leichtere von Carefree.
Michael Jackson, History. 30 Songs. Über 150 Minuten Musik. 15 seiner größten Hits plus 15 brandneue Songs. Scream, das Duett mit Janet. Be a part of History.
History, Past, Present, and Future. Book 1. A double project that combined his greatest hits with an entirely new studio album. It became the best-selling multi-disc album of all time. The History album was bold, cinematic, emotional, and powerful. Michael poured his heart into every track, delivering some of the most iconic songs of his career. Scream, a futuristic, high-energy duet with Janet Jackson. They Don't Care About Us, a rhythmic, unforgettable protest anthem. You Are Not Alone, the first song in history to debut at the #1. Stranger in Moscow, one of his most poetic and vulnerable pieces. Earth Song, a massive environmental and humanitarian masterpiece. By the early 2000s, Michael Jackson had already reshaped the world of music for more than 3 decades. He had conquered charts, broken records, transformed concerts into global events, and raised millions for humanitarian causes. But as the new millennium arrived, Michael stepped into a new moment of his life, a moment of maturity, reflection, and artistic refinement.
Michael Jackson. His new album, Invincible. Order Michael Jackson's Invincible now and get a free poster. Order Michael Jackson's Invincible. Call now.
Released in 2001, Invincible marked Michael Jackson's first full studio album since History. It was an album created with care, patience, and incredible attention to detail. Michael poured thousands of hours into perfecting the vocals, production, and emotional depth of the project. At this stage of his career, he wasn't chasing trends, he was refining his craft. The album delivered some of his most mature, emotionally rich work. Although the industry was shifting, Invincible still became one of the best-selling albums of the 2000s, selling millions worldwide. This era showed something critics often missed. Michael Jackson's voice, at 43 years old, was still breathtaking, richer, warmer, and more technically advanced than ever. In 2001, Michael returned to the stage for his legendary 30th anniversary celebration concerts in New York. He performed alongside NSYNC, Britney Spears, Whitney Houston, Usher, and many others, proving once again that artists of all generations saw him as inspiration. When Michael performed Billie Jean, the entire building erupted. At 43 years old, his presence was still explosive, his spins were sharp, his timing was flawless, and the magic was still alive. It was a mature Michael Jackson, confident, elegant, controlled, and iconic.
Thank you all. This is it. This is it. But I just want to say that these will be my final show performances in London. This will be it. This is it. And when I say this is it, it really means this is it. Because I'll be performing the songs my fans want to hear. This is it. I mean, this is really it. The final curtain call. Okay? And I'll see you in July. I love you.
In 2009, Michael Jackson prepared for what would become one of the most anticipated live comeback events in music history, the This Is It concert residency in London. This wasn't just another tour, it was a return, a renaissance, a celebration of everything Michael had given the world. Rehearsal footage revealed a man who still possessed razor-sharp timing, unmatched stage presence, flawless dance precision, a voice as smooth and powerful as ever, a creative mind fully in control. Michael wasn't coming back quietly. He wanted to deliver the greatest show the world had ever seen.
Why do they do it that way? Reaching out.
The production was massive. Lasers, illusions, new versions of classic hits, 3D film sequences, cutting-edge choreography, and a message of love and unity woven throughout every moment. Even in rehearsal, Michael moved with the grace and soul that only he possessed. His dancers watched him with awe. His band followed him like a conductor. His creative team spoke of him with reverence. Michael Jackson was ready. On June 25, 2009, the world stopped. As reports began to appear, confusion spread. People didn't believe it. Within minutes, news outlets confirmed it. Michael Jackson had passed away in Los Angeles. The world stopped. People froze in supermarkets, in cars, in offices, in restaurants. Across the globe, the same reaction echoed. No, not Michael. On July 7, 2009, the world gathered for Michael Jackson's public memorial service. Broadcast live from the Staples Center, it reached more than 2.5 billion viewers, making it one of the most watched events in human history. Stevie Wonder, Lionel Richie, Brooke Shields, Smokey Robinson, Usher, and many others honored him with music and memories. His family sat in the front row. The golden casket rested beneath a bed of white roses. And then, Michael's daughter, Paris, bravely stepped to the microphone and said through tears,
Just wanted to say...
Michael's passing became one of the rare moments when humanity felt something together. Grief, shock, and love. Airports played his music. Churches held special services. Dance studios taught MJ routines in his honor. Radio stations replayed his entire discography. Even political leaders, spiritual figures, and celebrities around the world paid tribute. Michael Jackson wasn't just an entertainer. He was a global cultural heartbeat. Michael Jackson left us physically in 2009. But spiritually, artistically, and musically, he never left. His rhythm lives in dancers everywhere. His voice lives in every arena that plays his songs. His compassion lives in the charities he inspired. His influence lives in every artist who follows in his footsteps. His magic lives in every fan who feels his energy.
But I hope the love that people are showing will make you know he didn't live in vain. And I want his 3 children to know, wasn't nothing strange about your daddy. It was strange what your daddy had to deal with, but he dealt with it. He dealt with it anyway. He dealt with it for us. So some came today, Mrs. Jackson, to say goodbye to Michael. I came to say thank you. Thank you because you never stopped. Thank you because you never gave up. Thank you because you never gave out. Thank you because you tore down our divisions. Thank you because you eradicated barriers. Thank you because you gave us hope. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
They wanted me in there, so this